So a while back we had a video showing the pan from this thing. We were putting in the rear hydraulics.
Yep.
And it's coming a long way. A lot going on. This thing is going to be slammed on the ground. It's going to be as low as it can be.
Yeah.
Slammed it.
I don't think you can go any lower than we're going.
Right.
I mean, the tunnel's on the ground.
Yeah. So part of doing that is you have to raise these fenders because the tires are going to hit.
Exactly.
So,
Yep. So we got the bottom stretched here. We cut it off and added a piece down here and put a nice bevel, made it all look just like it would have been factory. Because of the shape is triangle shape, so when you bring this in, it pulls this piece out, so you have to add material here and add a piece down in here and folded the piece around so it looks like you're not even going to notice it. It's going to look really good. This one's staying all patina like this, so I'm not sure exactly how we're going to go about keeping it that way, but
that's part of the challenges, you know, and using the TIG welder helps a lot, but you can cut, like you had cut this piece here out from up front here, which is actually going to slide back.
This piece here, it used to be way up like that, but we want that bump. We have to shorten it, so we're going to add it back in here. If you're painting it, it's like not a big deal. It doesn't matter where you cut it, but since we're not trying to paint it, we're trying to leave as much as we can, like leave scar looking marks on it or whatever.
You're not going to really notice that it's been modified when it all rusts in.
Yeah.
So, and the pie cut up front.
Yep.
So the pie cut is something you have to do to get this thing as low as you're going to get it, because the front of the beam, or the beam,
was touching the ground.
Will hit the ground, and you want the body to hit the ground.
We wanted the pan to hit the ground, so we pie cut the beam, or the pan head. We didn't have to move it back like you do in a Beetle though, because there's plenty of room for that in this one here. So all we did was pie cut it up, and when we did that, we ended up with like 11 degrees caster in the beam, which was a bit much. So we actually used caster shims and put them in the top of the beam, brought it out about 7.5 degrees. So this thing should drive. We're gonna put rack and pinion steering in this too, which is mostly done right now. And with that and 7.5 degrees caster, this thing's gonna drive like amazing.
It's gonna be a little sports car, like we always say.
Exactly.
So the floor pans, back in the other video, we did talk about having to fix them. Well, we're really fixing them now. Huh?
We cut the drop part out so we can flatten them off. So right now it's actually touching from the front of the tunnel to the back of the tunnel. Raised the transmission in the rear, just kind of like tipped it up a little bit like that to get the engine off the ground. It still has the brace for the thing engine. I don't know if people have seen that, but it's cool that it's there, but it's still cleared with all that on there. So.
And the other day you were talking about actually flipping some of the sheet metal over so the bead roll is pointed up instead of down.
We can get that much lower.
this thing, it's on the ground.
Yeah.
It's down and dirty.
Dirt nasty low.
All right, so in the back here, you had to make room for these very, very, very special wheels.
They are cool. These are 1973 dated Porsche Fuchs, but they're 16-inch. So that means we had to make more room, and we ain't gonna go with real tiny, tiny tires. We could have put a little bit smaller on the back, but I think it looks nice with these staggered wheels like that. So we chopped up the body up here. It's got tubs going in on the inside as well. And we made raised control arms to get all that to fit up in there. But it's sitting on the tunnel now that the engine's raised and all that, so we don't have that problem.
The things people will do to be the lowest car around.
You gotta have it on the ground. I mean, come on.
Just make sure you don't bump up the air pressure about a pound.
I learned that a long time ago. You put air in the tires before you start this whole procedure, because you'll get really upset when you fill it up and it raises your car a 1/4 inch off the ground.
All right, we'll keep you posted on the progress of this thing. It's getting close.
Yeah, won't be too much longer.
It's going to win the limbo contest, I can tell you that.
I hope so.
Unless somebody's watching this and trying to jump up ahead. But
bring it.
Bring back the car shows.